Hello, hi, namaste. Let's say you're 40 and have a dream to realize after your retirement. My wife Sandhya had a childhood dream of her own garden land and to grow all veggies and so on. We discussed a lot about this and we then realized that this dream needs should not be realized when we have retired in 70, 65, but now we should realize this dream now. So after some months of search for the land, Sandhya found this on the internet and we bought this land. So welcome back to Live for Loving Nature. I'm Karthik, husband of wife Sandhya, who runs this beautiful channel Live for Loving Nature. This land is about 1050 square meters and has not been used for gardening, and it was also not maintained well since then. It is in an irregular parallelogram shape, one side measuring about 50 meters and the other side 25 meters. The land contains two old huts, a lot of fruit trees, a big cherry tree, apple, plum, pears, variety of berries, and also a well, the one which you see. Hello. So that's today 6th of June, 6 2021. So we see what is the update from the last 4 or 5 days in the garden. With a free cutter, a lot of unwanted plants and weeds have been cut next to the small hut. There were a lot of brombeer plants here, so several of them are cut. That's what you see there. And a lot of material was lying under it, and that's the junk that you see. All the waste has been buried under, and while I was cutting, they were all coming. This land has actually two entrances. One is the main car entrance we came in. The other one is this mysterious door that you see now. You see a mysterious door there, the one with the wood, that's the one. So walking straight, we see the path. There were a lot of trees here that are also cut. The one big tree is the cherry tree, and behind the cherry tree there was no place to see actually. They were all bromberry plants. This goes up to 20-meter length, so it really crawls up to the heights whichever it can reach, and also spreads quite wide. Now it's all visible now. What is all there? Still we have a lot of grass. Behind the grass are the apple tree and strachelbeeren, a kind of berries. Now you see the main entrance, and next to the main entrance is a compost, and next to the compost was a kind of partly dead tree. It was not healthy, and hence we cut it. The branches are cut and we have put this aside. On other hand, we have the main branch or the trunk of the tree and the roots still there. We need to clean this up. You still see a lot of grass being cut. Of course, they will grow up again and again. Every 2 months when there is good sun and water, they will still grow up. Here is the big hut side. Next to the big hut also we had some lot of weeds. We have cleared it up only by cutting the stems. Of course, the roots are still there. They will come up again. We need to clean this up again, meaning removing the roots. So when I go back to the big hut, you see some area still which is covered with some plants, some trees. Now this is the manually ploughed area, and Sandhya has already planted some things here. And until there, Cherry and Sandhya ploughed this complete land, and the amount of roots that came out from this, probably 5 and 2 square meters, so 10 square meter land. We got so much roots from that.
and the remaining stuff is all to be done. So we have already some plants done here. Sandhya has already made beautifully the plants. What all plants are there here, Sandhya? Zucchini, capsicum, beans, chili. Good. So a lot of plants are there just to use a part of the land, and these are all to be cleaned up, land to be leveled, bugger and so on. We will see what's going to happen. These are called brennesseln. When you touch them, you will get the itching and actually burning, and this was full with that. You have to wear the gloves and then cut it up. 4 or 5 days was a lot of fun and excitement for the first time for me with this machine. That's the compost we are back at, and this dead tree.
The 2 chairs on this kinder table that you see are not bought, but rather found under the bromberry plants there next to the small hut. This all scrap also, we found it under it. And there was also a big garden box that was not even visible a few days before, and after cutting that we found them. So the table and chairs were all under this weeds, bromberry plants and few trees. Opposite to the small hut, the biggest tree on the right side is the hazelnut tree. They were all filled with all the bromberry plants and so on. The one you see, that's a bromberry plant which actually grows tall and even until 10 meters long it grows. They were all filled with weeds here, all removed, still to be removed, cleaned up, so that we can put a picnic mat and then sit down calmly and so on. They're all mirabelle trees, the next ones. The next biggest tree behind is the cherry tree. That's the cherry tree which we were only recognizing the tree but not even the trunk. Let's see some cherries also if possible. I think we haven't seen yet. So that's the cherry. When they are ripe, we will see whether it is sour or sweet, eatable or not. Many more cherries there. Let's see.
After 2 weeks, it is 15th June. We ploughed little more land with the help of our friends, and I sowed some seeds and I planted some plants there, saplings, which are tomato and chilies, paprikas, and some seeds which are ridge gourd and some Indian cucumbers. Here we are going to harvest this stachelbeeren, which are really sour in taste, but we thought to make a pickle out of this. So we harvested that fruit and we found some apples in the apple tree. So still lot more to go.
This is another part of the land, about 20% let's say, which was covered by fence and we have removed it, which was partly used by the other side neighbor. Now this is all removed. I took a help from another person to get this done as I was busy, so we rolled it and kept it aside.
After 1 month of sowing, there are some greens available to harvest. Here we can see coriander, and these are paprika plants. They have started flowers. Soon I will get the fruits. These are amaranthus. I already have done 3 harvests from this. This is also one paprika plant. Leaves are eaten by some insects. I don't know which insects are there. This coriander is eaten by snails. I am damn sure. This is the Malabar spinach. Here we can see the zucchini plants. There are lots of female flowers, and there is one zucchini already available to harvest. This year I have planted 3 different types of zucchinis. We can easily identify the variety by the shape of the leaves. I feel very happy when I see the plant growth and progress. I planted methi seeds. Methi also ready to harvest. Near to the fence, I have planted some beans plants so they can climb up with the help of the fence. Here I planted one row of onions, and next to the onions I planted brinjal. Brinjal are growing very slowly. Don't know I get the harvest or not. Let's see. Next to the brinjal I planted some tomatoes. Tomatoes are already having the small babies. Next to that I have planted some chennas. Chennas are started producing the flowers. Soon I will get the fruits. This tomato plant is suffering with leaf curl, so this plant may not recover. Next to the chenna plants, I have planted one row of chilies. Between the chilies, I planted borage. This is a very friendly plant which helps to invite bees. So, pollination job will be done by bees. Here we can see one sorrel leaves. This is a red variety. Next to that, I have planted some pigeon peas. So this is my first trial. I don't know I get the harvest in the same year or I need to wait for the next year to get the harvest. So let's see. And these are the cowpeas. So cowpeas are growing very well. And here I planted some greens with the combination of beans. So beans releases nitrogen, so thought to add some greens with the beans so that greens will get beneficial with that beans plant. So as for now they are growing well. Next to the greens I planted some okras. So okras, we can see small plants here. The leaves are having lots of mud because of the rains. Corner area which is near to the fence, I planted some vine varieties here, one cucumber, and there I planted 2 bottle gourd plants. between the sunflower plants. These vine varieties can climb with the help of the fence. Here I have planted 2 rows of carrots. Between the carrots I planted some flax seeds. Next to that I have planted 2 rows of chilies. So again, edge of the fence I planted one cucumber plant. Here I planted one moringa, which is drumstick plants. So this is my first trial. Don't know how it go. Let's see. This is a cucumber plant. Here one bitter gourd plant. It is started climbing up. Here again I have planted 2 rows of amaranthus. They are started coming up. And here one tulsi plant. There one curry plant. Just want to see the curry plant, how it grow in the ground. Here I have planted jowar. This is also trial. Hope it will work. These are zinnia plants. They are growing well. So here I planted one more flower plant. So here again I planted some vine varieties, which are rich gourd, bottle gourd, and some Indian cucumbers. This is 1 row of tomatoes. Next to the tomatoes again I planted some cowpeas. Tomatoes, as for now, they are doing fine and they started producing the flowers. Soon I will get the harvest, hopefully. Next to the tomatoes I planted some cowpeas. They are growing very well. Here we can see the flowers as well as small fruits of tomatoes. Here I have planted 1 row of brinjal. So as for now I did not see any brinjal plant here. So I see lots of weeds rather than brinjal plant. Here I have planted 1 row of porcelain, which is really good for sugar patients as well as normal people. And next to that I have planted 1 row of capsicum plants, since I have lots of leftover plants. Next to the capsicum again I have planted some corns. Next to that I have planted some potatoes. They are started showing up. So let's see.
That's not it. The journey has just started. We have some unknown friends, a lot of surprises, how the progress goes, developments happening, the machines we used, the fruits we are enjoying, the fun that the kids are having there, the education that I'm getting using the new machines, and what kind of machines are available, and the space that we are seeing newly, and it is all getting cleared, all the scrap materials and unwanted plants. So stay tuned, watch in the next video the progress, developments, the learning and the fun. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment if you like. See you in the next video. Bye then.